Hello everybody, it's Barbara, and welcome to Pick a Stack Wednesday, best day of the week. We are starting off with the Lemurian Saint Germain singing bell. This is going to charge up everything. Me, you, the cards, the crystals here, the world, all the plants and animals and trees and everything. Charges it up, raises the frequency. And that is what we're all supposed to be doing, is raising the frequency, taking all our life experiences and turning them into something very positive. That's how we change the world. That's how we each individually change the world. We take our life experiences and turn them into something positive and raise ourselves up. And if even a third of the people on the planet would do that, the whole planet would be like, la. Yeah. If you're new to Pick a Stack, this is what we do here. You think of an idea, issue, or question pertaining to yourself, your loved ones, your community, or the world, and then you choose a stack. And I will do a one-card reading off of each stack. Each stack is a deck. And hopefully the reading will have something to do with what you asked about. If not, I highly encourage you to listen to or watch the whole video, because you never know. There might be something in stack 3 and you chose stack number 1. And you know, I learned something in each one of these stacks. That's why after I'm done doing the video, I actually listen to it because I want to know what I said, because most of the time I have no clue. All right. Lots going on in the world. We have the fall equinox, the autumn equinox coming up. That is just in a couple days. So we're going from summer to autumn. That's a huge change for us. It's a huge change for Mama Earth. Yesterday was my son's birthday. He would have been 22. So today I have some things on the table to honor him. One of his cars. I have these cars everywhere. They just make me smile. And we also have, you know, it's time for the harvest. And by that I mean vegetables and fruits, okay? We're harvesting the land. And so I'm just going to, let's see if I can move this over. Whoop. So today, this is what our table looks like. And we have this dragon wrapped around an apple. The dragon wrapped around the apple. After I did it, all I could think of is people are going to say, oh, it's the snake in the Garden of Eden. No, it's not the snake in the Garden of Eden. My son loves dragons and my son loves apples. So it reminded me that people see what they see in themselves. So if you see the snake in the Garden of Eden with this dragon wrapped around an apple, that shows one of your fears. You don't need to be afraid, okay? There is literally nothing in this world that you need to be afraid of. Once you know who you are and how powerful you are, and that you've got all these amazing spirit guides and guardians who live in the light, and you've got Creator, and you've got ascended masters and angels and archangels who live in the light, and you've got ancestors, and for me, I have children in the light. We're not here alone. So there's literally nothing to be afraid of. And remember, we are powerful manifestors now. So what you're afraid of, you're going to manifest. Think about that. What you're afraid of, you're going to manifest. So pay attention to those fears and let them go. Because today we have a dragon wrapped around an apple. If you chose stack number 1, I'm going to show you the deck. There we go. You are going to get a card and a reading from the Dragon Tarot, or Tarot of Dragons. I love this deck, and this is in honor of my son who loves dragons as well. So That is stack number 1. If you are choosing stack number 2, you are going to get a card from the Tarot of Dreams. If you chose stack number 3, you are going to get a card from the Elemental Oracle. So stack number 1 is Tarot, stack number 2 is Tarot, stack number 3 is Oracle. All right, let's dive right in. Let's dive right into stack number 1. All right, what do our stack number 1 people need to know today for this upcoming week for the autumn equinox? We get the Four of Wands. I'm going to show you the card. Oh, there's a lot of glare. Sorry about that. We've got, if you're watching, we've got rays of light coming down. You can see right here, rays of light coming down. And what's really interesting is I'm not directly underneath the skylight. It's actually farther over there. But these rays of light are coming straight down. I don't understand it because they're not coming through the window behind me and they're not coming through the skylight, which is over there. So how cool is that? We get rays of light and we get 4 dragons celebrating. This is the 4 of Wands or the 4 of Fire. These dragons are celebrating something. Now, if something's going on in your life and you're wondering, is it going to be beneficial? Is it going to have a positive outcome? There's a celebration. This can also be somebody proposing. So there's a marriage coming up. There's a baby coming up. But there's some kind of celebration. And it's not just that these 4 dragons are celebrating. I mean, they're literally going like that. But there's a whole bunch of other critters in the background that they're flying towards the light or they're coming from the light. I'd like to think that they're coming from the light, just like this light is coming down from somewhere. But this is this passionate, life-giving, life-celebrating event. If there's nothing going on in your life, that means it's right around the corner. Okay? Today is the 20th of September. We have the autumn equinox coming up. We have something big coming up over the weekend, 23, 24, 25. We have Yom Kippur starting. There's a lot of, and there's planetary alignments, plus Mercury just went direct. So there's a lot of things going on. Can they have an effect on you? Of course they can. Planetary alignments, solar coronal mass ejections, CMEs, solar storms. The Earth sends up plasma just like the sun sends plasma to us. So much going on. Lots to celebrate. And this is a reminder that we need to focus on all these positive things instead of focusing on all those negative things that are on the news. Stop watching TV, stop watching the news, okay? If you have to, find somebody that you resonate with that is on some other type of media and listen to the things that are really going on behind the scenes, because the mass media isn't going to tell you squat. So this is a celebration. This is what we need to focus on, you guys. We need to focus on the positive things, because the mass media is going to say, look over here. No, don't look over there. That's BS. Look over here and celebrate. Celebrate all the good things in your life, in your community's life, in the world's life. If you can't find something to celebrate in your life, I'm not going to say I feel sad for you, because I'm not going to put that energy out there. But if you can't find something positive to feel good about, to celebrate, then go outside and meditate in nature and celebrate the trees and celebrate the plants and celebrate the air and the water and Mama Earth and Father Sky and Grandfather Sun and Grandmother Moon. Celebrate those, okay? Then maybe you'll get into a place where you can celebrate yourself. I celebrate the fact that I am awake, I'm aware, I'm breathing, I'm moving, I'm relatively healthy. Actually, I'm divinely healthy. Okay? I celebrate the fact that I have indoor plumbing and a vehicle and electricity and food in my pantry and crystals in my house. Okay? Celebrate everything. That's what this card's about. Focus on the positive. And if there is something that you were asking about specifically, the answer is yes, and you need to celebrate it because it is going to be glorious. Kat, if you're watching this video, we already know you're pregnant. I'm just saying. We know. Medical community has no idea yet. But we know. So, stack number 1, people. Time to celebrate. Good times are coming. They're already here. All right. That was stack number 1. We're cleansing the space. We're cleansing the cards. Cleansing myself and you. This glorious singing bell. We still miss our golden singing bell. She sits in her protective case now because we don't dare pick her up because she is broken. That's okay. We can honor her from here. All right. If you chose stack number 2, people, you get a card from the Tarot of Dreams. The Tarot of Dreams. This one? Okay. Oh, wow. They're not taking long today. The Emperor. This is Major Arcana, Message from the Universe, card number 4. Now, interestingly, we had the 4 of fire or wands in stack number 1. Now we have card number 4 in the Tarot of Dreams. And this is the Emperor. This is actually the Aries card. With Aries, it's the very first sign of the zodiac. My sun is in Aries, and by that I mean my S-U-N, not my S-O-N. He's a Virgo. My sun is in Aries, and Aries is number 1. We're number 1. We're the first sign. A lot of times we're the way showers. We're the pioneers. We're the ones that get things started. We also have a hard time finishing things. I have to call in my Capricorn moon to finish things that the Aries part of me starts. Because the Aries part of me wants to start like 80 things. Yeah, I want to start them. I don't need to finish them. So this is the Emperor card. This is the card of strength and power and not dominance, okay? One of my guides said specifically not underscore, not dominance, but strength and power. This is power to help others, power to help the people, power to help the earth, the plants, and the animals. This is knowing who you are. There's somebody out there that needs to hear this. You are strong and powerful. You can get things done. And I don't mean clean your room. I mean making a difference in the world. I mean starting up a business. What's your dream? What is your dream? This card says you can make it happen. So get off the couch, which is funny because that's where I'm sitting right now. Get off the couch. Stop thinking, oh, I can't do that because. Stop making excuses. This card is saying you are very, very powerful. Get her done. And all you have to do is take that first step, that leap of faith, and this is the end result. the Emperor. It's kind of like me starting up this business years ago. Scared like the dickens, right? But I knew it was the right thing to do. And even though you might struggle for a little bit, it's okay, because that struggle teaches you so much. That's where we learn, is in the struggle. We don't learn when everything is smooth sailing. It's actually quite boring. When your business gets to the point where it kind of runs itself, you start looking around and going, okay, what else can I do? What can I change? What can I do in addition to this? That's what this card is saying, that you've got this inside you. You've got this spark inside you, and it's time to start whatever that is. If it's a new business, inventing something, starting up a group, whatever it is, this says, yes, go do it. Now, the fact that it has number 4 associated with it, and we already got a 4 in stack number 1. When we get multiple 4s, that means angels are with us. They're watching over us, which you should already know. Okay? Everybody should know their ancestors and the angels who live in the light are watching over them. We're never alone. And it's okay before you get in your car, every time you're going to drive somewhere, to talk to the angels and say, thank you for guiding, guarding, and protecting me and all my passengers and all my stuff and my vehicle. I do that. It's okay to ask for angels to be assigned to your home when you're there or when you're gone. To watch over your family, to watch over yourself. When you're going to start something new. Every time I ride my motorcycle, I make sure there's some angels with me. I know how to ride, but I want to make sure that the angels keep all the other vehicles who aren't paying attention away from me. It's important. So this card is saying, you got this. You are strong. You are powerful. And you might be the first one to do whatever this thing is. Like I said, it might be you inventing something, or you already invented it and now you're going to go forth with it. You know, maybe sell them at some craft shows or some expos or whatever. Or maybe it's not a thing. Maybe it's something you do. But this card is saying yes, and now is the time. You are strong. You've got this. And talk to your angels, because they will guide you if you ask them. Always ask them for help. Hey, I got this new idea. I want to do blah, blah, blah. Thank you for guiding, guarding, and protecting me. And help me with what the next step is. And then don't be surprised if somebody comes up to you and says, hey, this is your next step. Just go, oh, thank you, angels. Thank you for putting that person in my life and letting me know that that's the next step. Because you always want to be grateful. Okay, so if you chose stack number 2, the Tarot of Dreams, you get the Emperor card. Very powerful. But powerful for the people. This is all about doing something good for humanity, doing something good for your community, doing something good for the earth, the plants, the sky, the waters, the animals. Okay? But this is giving you the go-ahead and telling you that it's time. The time is now. Get started. And my stomach just growled. That's your affirmation. All right, that was stack number 2. Let's do a little singing bell here. Cleanse this space. And by the way, this apple is going to be part of my lunch. And who wouldn't want an apple that's had a singing bell? I mean, it's going to absorb all this really good energy, and plus it's surrounded by 2 big crystal wands. That apple's going to be amazing. It's actually off of a friend of mine's tree. I just picked it last night. All right. right. Gotta have an apple. It's just about autumn. Excuse me. All right. I'm starting new things. Last night, I chopped wood for the very first time in my life. It was cool. I want to do more of that. And next year, I'm so excited. Okay, hang on. These cards are, there we go. Next year, I am going to be a bee guardian. I'm pretty excited about that. I'm not going to say a beekeeper because I'm not going to keep them. I'm going to be their guardian. I'm really excited about that because I love bees. I love honey too. All right. What do my stack 3 people need to know? This is the Elemental Oracle. Elemental Oracle. Last week we used it. I just got this deck. And we got the volcano. So today, interesting. Like I said, this is a new deck. Today we get the card for ice. And it says purity. So there's this white horse up on top galloping through the snow. And then there's the earth with icicles hanging down. And then there's a woman lying underground in the ice. It does not have a number, but let's just assume it's number 4. Let's see. Actually, they do have numbers. Oh, they do have numbers. It's card 33. So we have 4, 4, 33. So we have angels and ascended masters. How cool is that? All right. Let's see what the book says about ice and purity. The way forward is clear. See nature in its purity. Let it comfort you and strip away what is unnecessary. Freeze out what is not of benefit to you at this time. When you look at things clearly, there will be a purity to the solution. That's interesting because when you want something, how do I say this? When you want something to be pure and cleansed, the freezer is a really good place to put it. For example, if you have a feather or the wing of a bird, you can place it in the freezer because that's going to kill the mites. And then when you're done with that, a lot of times we do like a salt bath where you coat the whole thing in salt. So this is saying use ice as a way to purify. So it comes with a word of power. And the word of power for this card is svela. In ancient Norse, it means swell. Now that means to expand, not, oh, that's a swell idea. Okay. When water gets chilled to 0 degrees Celsius, it freezes into a solid state and ice is formed. Ice has different appearances and forms that often depend on the rapidity of the freezing. Ice is less dense in its frozen form than in its liquid form. It's a kind of magic, really. It does, however, increase in volume, having a larger volume than water. The biome where ice forms naturally is called a cryosphere. Glaciers are very important forms of freshwater storage, while icebergs are usually large pieces of ice that have broken off from a land ice sheet. One of the most tiny but beautiful kinds of ice is that referred to as diamond dust. These are ice needles that form at temperatures approaching minus 40 degrees Celsius. due to air with a slightly higher moisture content mixing with colder surface-based air. You didn't know you were going to get a science lesson today, did you? I have witnessed this phenomena. It was so exquisitely beautiful in the way it shimmered that I forgot how cold I was. Yeah, minus 40 Celsius. Holy cow. Ice introduces an almost outer-worldly beauty, a kind of purity that very few other elements can offer. Ice festivals all around the world can bring lots of happiness to people because they see all these different forms. You know, you see all these ice carvings. So this is the element of water. And they're saying use ice or use cold to freeze out that which no longer serves you. This can mean putting your emotional baggage in the freezer, putting your emotional baggage in the Arctic Circle, putting your emotional baggage in a snowbank, in a frozen lake. Let Mama Earth take care of your emotional baggage because, first of all, get rid of it. You don't need it. And second of all, you'll feel lighter. Be creative with this ice. I keep feeling like I'm talking to one specific person, and there's something about ice for you specifically. If you were thinking about doing something and it has to do with winter and ice, you know, the answer is yes. I'm actually supposed to go ice fishing this winter, and I haven't done that since I was like 5. That was a long time ago. And I don't like being cold, so this is going to be interesting. So this is, for me, this is an affirmation that, yeah, go ice fishing. Go snowshoeing. But right now, it's just about the autumn equinox. So it's not 40 below out there, at least not where we are in the middle of the Midwest. So use your freezer. Use cold to get rid of baggage. Just imagine, make it a little bundle. Get yourself some freezer paper and write all your problems, write all your emotional baggage. Write it on there, ball it up and put it in the freezer. And then let it go. It's okay if it gets freezer burn. You don't have to put anything in the package unless you want to. You know, put all your cares and troubles, freeze them, then put them out in the garbage. Actually, freezer paper, put it in the recycle bin. So let things go. Let them go and allow the cold to take them for you, because then you can be more pure. And when you're pure, when your soul is cleaned, when this physical body is pure and cleaned, you're lighter and you're not feeling so blah. It's a really good way to clean yourself. Use the cold. Interesting. Well, that was stack number 3. All I have to do is get the cover back on. There we go. Thank you for joining me today. You know, these sessions are awesome, not just for you, but they're awesome for me because I get to talk to a whole bunch of people. And it is just you and me. We're just chatting. I just can't see your face right now. I see my face. But what's really interesting, if you're still around, is I do see people's faces while I'm doing these recorded readings. So there's times when I know who I'm talking to. And I always say, if I'm helping one person, I consider myself a success. Because that's what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to do this for money. I mean, to be a millionaire. If you're doing this to be a millionaire, you're not doing it for the right reasons. I'm doing it to help people. And that makes my heart feel good. So I am going to send everybody out there blessings of love, light, peace, joy, happiness, success, divine health, and all good things. Because I know you're worthy. It's safe for you. I know you want it. And I know you deserve it. Because you're amazing beings of light. Never forget that. You're amazing beings of light. You go forth and have a blessed day. And remember, when you change yourself or your little corner of the world, you make the whole world a better place. Namaste, my beautiful soul family. Mwah.